Hi, kindergarten. I'm here today to explain to you how to read a half hour on the clock. So you remember last week we talked about how to tell the hour on a clock. It's when the shorthand is pointing at the hour and the longhand, the minute hand, is pointing straight up at 12 o'clock. So how would you tell a half hour? Well, we kind of talked about it a little bit when we talked about how a clock is a circle. And it's like dividing a circle in half, like a semicircle, like we learned for fractions. So if this clock is showing 12 o'clock, that's when we go to lunch at school. We go to recess at 12:30, and that's what this looks like. So at 12:30, the minute hand is pointing at the 6. Straight in between this half of the clock and this half of the clock. It's halfway between 12 and 1 o'clock. That's why the hour hand is pointing past 12. It's not on 12 anymore because the minutes have moved, but it's not to 1 yet anymore. It's still in that 12 o'clock hour. It still belongs to 12 o'clock. You would write 12:30 like this. This is what 12:30 looks like when you write the numbers. Do you see these two little dots in the middle? Those are called a colon. They separate the hour from the minutes. So half of an hour is 30 minutes. So it's the 12 o'clock hour and 30 minutes. I want to show you some half hours on some different clocks I have, okay? All right, we saw 12:30 on the Judy clock. And when that minute hand goes around, it takes the hour hand around and pulls it in between 12 and 1. This is what, let me see. Can you tell me what time is this clock showing? The hour hand, the short hand, is pointing between 10 and 11. And the minute hand is pointing straight down at 6. So this clock is showing, you do that backwards J trick. Where does your J end up? It's showing 10:30. Very good. All right, let's see another clock. Oh, I want to show you the answer on that side. All right, this clock, the hour hand is red on this clock, and it's pointing between 3 and 4. And the minute hand is blue, and it's pointing straight down at the 6. So this clock is showing, you can use the J hook trick. It's hard for me to hold the clock and do that at the same time. This clock is showing 3:30. And here's a way you can look at it. If this clock was a digital clock, like you might see on your alarm clock next to your bed or in your kitchen on your stove or something, it would show the numbers like this. It would show 3 hours and 30 minutes. All right, let's look at another clock. All right, here I've drawn it on my dry erase clock, which is super useful. All right, the hour hand, the short hand, is pointing in between the 1 and the 2, and the long minute hand is pointing straight down at the 6. So this clock is showing you 1:30. Very good. I'm going to write it down here. Hard for me to tell where I am. I'm going to write the time down here on the digital clock. This is what a clock might look like if you saw it in your bedroom with just the numbers. This is called an analog clock, the circle face that we've been talking about. This is a digital clock. 1:30 would look like this. And that shows 1:30. All right. So if you're looking at a half hour, the hour hand is between 2 hours usually, and the minute hand is pointing straight down at 6. That's how you know it is half an hour of something. This is 12:30, And we looked at 1:30 and 3:30 and 10:30. So today I want you to practice on the sheet that I explained on your lesson plan for telling the half hour, and look at your clocks at your house and see if you can see when that minute hand is on the 6 and tell the half hour. All right, see you later.